Okay. Today we gotta fix the Foamy electric plane. It had an accident, I think, that's what it was. But anyway, everything you need to fix your electric foam plane, we got it all right here. We're gonna use this particular type of glue and these toothpicks and a screwdriver. Away we go. Well, the way I like to do this is a little bit different than what's recommended on this type of glue. The way I like to do it different is I like to coat both surfaces, so we're going to coat first the missing nose piece. What I want to do is make sure that we get everything covered in this glue. First on here, and then we're going to take the screwdriver and make sure that we've got an even spread more or less on that. Got everything dabbed up with our glue. Make sure I've got every little nook and cranny, because it'll be important later when we get it all together that this glue squishes in there nice. Everything that goes together. Put that there for now. Now we'll take our missing little part of this part. And this is what's different. Normally you're supposed to wet one side and glue the other, but what I'm going to be doing is gluing both sides to make sure that we get a proper bond. Oops, wrong spot there. Again, we're going to take the screwdriver and make sure we got somewhat of an even coat all over everything, 100%. Both the bond surfaces. Get this figured out nicely here. Quite enough on the top. And of course, we don't want to forget to put the battery tray back in, which is what I almost forgot to do. Make sure I get this the right way around. We're just going to put some up on all of the bond points there. Which way around does that go? Go this way. battery box in the wrong place, of course. I have to move that. That's better. Well, I'm thinking maybe I'm just gonna put a little bit more glue in the battery compartment so we don't have that fall out later. Put that in there. Spot now. Now, get this to come together. Now you see I got it stick. Now we'll get some toothpicks on. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and hold it together. Put some toothpicks in there. And we'll crisscross like this. This one line up there, that's getting it. Now that we've got it all back together again, I'm gonna have to put a bit of weight or something to hold this. But as you can see on the back where we've already repaired the back, I used a bit of tape just to hold everything together. And then later when we're gonna finish this up, we're gonna take a pair of side cutters and a knife to clean all of this off. But for now, I'll put this in a vise and we'll, now I got this all tied up. You see what I've done is just taken some rope or some string actually, tied this around here so that everything's held in place with either the toothpicks or of course positively holding, because it's the one downside when you use this type of glue is we have to leave this sit overnight now. So once I've got this lined up and set, basically we'll leave it till tomorrow, and then I can get started getting everything fixed, put back together again, and we'll all right, now that our glue's finally dried, as you can see, is that fitting in the camera good? You can see where all the repairs were now on here. Battery hatch bits. We've got the battery hatch back in there. You can see where all the glue lines were. And of course, before I glued the nose back on, we also did the tail, which you can see has been fixed twice because its plane's actually been totaled twice, having the nose knocked off it and the tail. But you can see, instead of throwing this plane away, it's back as good as new with a few repair lines. A little bit of paint, you could actually clean this right up. However, we also got the wings repaired as well. As you can see, we ended up breaking both the wings, but again, we're able to repair. Same thing on both of them, and a good trick when you're fixing the wings. When you glue it together, you want to make sure that you have the wing tube all the way in it. But what I did is I just sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on the wing tube, so I didn't actually glue the wing tube in. If you're doing the wings, you want to have the wing tube in to keep this lined up so that your wing tube's still going to work after you've done your repair. And, well, I did glue all these back on, but now that one's come off. But you can see how I've repaired all these. All you need to do this job are these three simple tools: a side cutter for cutting the toothpicks off, a knife for trimming all of the excess glue after it dries. It kind of bubbles out, and a screwdriver to spread it. And these are the two types of glue that we use. This works really good for gluing entire fuselages back together, and this I use more so for the spot repairs, like when I'm trying to glue these slats back on. That works much better than the Gorilla Glue tends to bubble out, so you have to take a knife and trim it off when you're done. But anyway, we've got this plane all back into shape, ready to go again. And I brought this other one out. You can see this is another plane I also repaired using the same technique. It was broken off completely all the way around. Now I managed to get that all back together again. But as you can see, there's no need to throw these planes away. Not that hard to fix it. You should never take foam seriously.